Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, as we said, this is Sudan, okay? This is the Sudan, the whole Sudan here. You can see nothing here divided, no nothing here. That is the whole map of Sudan. Okay, here that is the central, here that is DRC, Uganda, okay, Kenya, and then to Ethiopia, somewhere there. Okay, and then those are areas we're gonna be chatting on today. So the cases here cause problems with the neighboring countries. As we said, once this country is divided, nothing there too good within this nation, African nation. So that's why you may find the francophone communities. Normally they are not English, they are francophones. Okay, so they deal with the French only, and then there's French-speaking countries. So therefore, it's making it very worst. And then they got banned by themselves, ban other francophone from Rwanda, that the airline cannot go to that country, and then that country airline cannot come to here. So they are even they're still forcing they should fight themselves, and then because the fight is not good. That is the if we see there are a lot of innocents who were met running out upside down with their luggages on their heads, and then they have to roll all their life stocks, and then at first take it to Uganda, okay, to be resized. And then this map here, the big map here, has a lot of issues. Okay, this is the copyright issues here since 1812 is the one who implement one capitals by each country's event. If we talk of one capitals, that is the imposer of the one capitals. So cases to do with one capital come from here, and then is the only countries that is suffering, and it has no good roads and no good nothing. They are bad roads. So if you look there, we have only this one few cities, and if you look at our neighboring countries where we are now, East Africa, they have at least more than 30 cities. But if you look here in this big map, only 2 cities or 3 cities, not a lot. Okay, so that's why is a consequentially resulting to those people's sufferings. Okay, is bearing those people's suffering. So the guy who divide this country here, okay, created this one internal conflict within themselves. We say sale of weapon is not a good thing. So on overview, also it result quite a big issues there inside Canada and other countries. They have to retail weapons because they want source borders. This same source border here, the South Sudan border here, this is source border. Okay, they want it to be banned, to be shoot thoroughly. So if to be shoot thoroughly, and then the negotiators of Sudan governments, those are people manipulating them. They have to go and conflict with Uganda, and then they have to go and conflict with the DRC. If they with the DRC is very easier, they found very easier because those people, they are francophone, they are not English, and then those militaries, they goes there, they have to report in English with the radios. They have to use their videos on English, and then you may find those people, they don't know English properly, and then having problems. That's why they have to move to most of them to Uganda, and then they get the skills, English skills, because Uganda is just English, I think. Kiswahili is not very much there. Whatever Kiswahili does is mostly English, for those reasons. And then we found this very confusing even for Uganda these days, because we are seeing how dreadful that will be to the Ugandan economies. If things is not safe there, if this map itself is not recognized, if the SPLA doesn't want to work this map which I'm holding at hand, They don't want to work this map here, and then they want to work their map, which is they divide it into two, and then that is consequentially, how do you expect for some Equatorians, those Canadians, let them continue with the sale of those weapons so that they will go and terrorize South Sudan borders, which is there, and conflicting their families over those countries where they are residing now. So these conflicted areas, of course, building condition, a lot of tension, a lot of angers. The anger is increasing. The burden of the disadvantages is heavy for those families there. So they are bothering those people. They have to come and waste them again and again and again. But if you are within there, people are feeling they are really good. But if the few people come because they want to fix their lifestyles, they want to fix their areas, they want to fix their standard, and then they may come like anybody, you know. So like my statement is also like that. Their statements, okay, we are like as if we are threatening, okay, as if we are threatening, as if they are threatening. But the statements is already built within these societies. So they are trying to remove those statements, and then I'm trying to remove those statements as well. So those statements, of course, they are there within the government stages. So the minor peoples, they are normally not very much involved. The minor peoples that involved are the minor people that you see already evacuated that country. Okay, so they are really hindered, they are really tortured, they are really hurt very much there. So unless you have the interest there within the stages, then you will be able to recognize those dilemmas that are happening. They are in those dilemmas hindering their status, okay, of living. So on overview, if you look here, this is really a waste there within that countries. If the map, their map is divided, we are seeing on the Google map, really television one or real computer Google map, the map is divided. This is not divided here. This one here, you can go there. We have still the 11 country bordering Sudan. They're still called 11 countries. They are bordering Sudan. Alongside here from Eritrea, Saudi Arabia, and then you may see Egypt, and then you may see Ethiopia, Sudan. I mean Kenya. You may see at least Uganda, DRC, Central Africa, Chad, and then you may see Libya as well. That is 11 countries here bordering. And then if the guy just cut here in the middle and divide it and then right here South Sudan, then right there Sudan, then doesn't really mean it. It's no longer 11 countries that they are bordering. Down here, the guy took 5 countries so far away, and then up there, they remain with the 6 countries up there. Okay, so it's really a big dilemma because half of Ethiopia is there, okay, Eritrea is there, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Libya, and then the Chad on this end here. So that is 6 up there, and then 5 down here, 5 below here. Okay, that is 5 below here. So we are seeing how to terminate this guy in the middle here. So this is my point, very peaceful. And then the other guy, which is among the Equatorial tribes, is not a peaceful one. If they are building still the anger, and then they have to build that disadvantages, so that how they can go with that guy with those weapons. The more they wanna buy, then they will come and then resolute you by force. If you are still threatening those people, airline, their business cannot go, so that you will be able to ban East Africa from better trades. Because we as a refugees, we built a good relationships there within these 11 borders. Okay, we are there. We built ourselves very well in East Africa. We call it East Africa. We built in Kenya. So if you go to Kakuma, you will see we have Somalian, we have Ethiopian, we have Sudanese, we have Kenyan, we have Ugandan, we have Burundians, we have Rwandese, and then we have Tanzanian, we have South Africa. Okay, so far that is all the Eritreans, Egyptians. We have you name it to the top. They're Libyans, Chads. We have those people all along in the East Africa area, which is Kenya. So the map there all are registered around here. If this is Kenya, okay, they are registered around here. So okay, the place is called Lukchokyo. That is where all of them registered as a refugee, and then they were registered as a children of East Africa. So therefore they are recognized alongside there. Then we happen to be called ourselves brothers and sisters of the same country, Sudan. So if we unite there, we are still united. That is how we faith. If one of us fall apart, then we have to go and unite ourselves, and then recognize that how we live there in the refugees camp over East Africa, and then that is unifications. So we also among the East Africa we have some delegates. Those people, they will be able to send some special envoys from within the refugees. They may see those issues if is a little bit too much, and then is hindering them, because that is francophone and that is English countries, and then that is basically maybe the confusion is francophone and that is English. So it's quite a bit dilemmas. People are within the different issues. You may find, yeah, this is the television's issues come from those countries. They are non-English spoken. The leaders, the president, did not read a long stories in the English. The Americans, they are not impressed, or the American standards, they are not impressed. So they have problems getting the real clue out of those areas. And then here they pick interest within the English speaking countries. So if they pick interest within English speaking countries, or you found yourself you are within the English speaking countries, and then you also associate things which can cause some more issues, and then while the issues are resolved, that they try to build that they have economical issues. If the economical issues is the Bank of Uganda, let's say, okay, and then the Bank of Uganda's lent the money anyhowly, went to a wrong bank, or which they call it Afriland, or which one, and then how they mishandled the money all bought weapon. Then the economical weapon become addition chaseable others, and end up creating a mess. And then how do you expect those economics can be controlled? We try to mention the best economy can be controlled is this one, to lay this one, a foundation which is available. Okay, get a target, get a clue, and then get a project done, and then fulfilled, and then continuously back up the project which is available on the systems. That is to do, let's say that each area has implement which can back up the emergency, which can back up the relief, which can back up which other one, and then there is at least a backup. No company come in wholly. Okay, every company at least has their backup. If they have their backup, and then they can tend forget about those issues, and then they have to tend this issue and get the another skilled issue accountant hired, who may back up that particular economies. Okay, the collapse of that particular economies, and then resolutes. Okay, and then where the money may be utilized to interest back what has been lost. If that is economical matters arousing the conflict, and then they are raising the bans and are raising issues where this one cannot tackle this one, that one cannot tackle that one cannot tackle this one. That is maybe can be the resolutes. But if it's merely a conflict things, we may say it, DRC is a different Zai. If it's a Zai, how is the Zai collapse and how is the origin of the DRC? So that is could be they have to trace the roots, and then they have to embark the disadvantages. They have to embark the advantages towards the people who will and who stand for advantages, and then the people who stand for disadvantages must be willed to be disadvantageous within their disadvantages use. So therefore they should do at least forward things which is there for them, and then things which are not there for those other people. So therefore those are the two areas they should concentrate upon if it comes to matters of cases of this one, that if is to create a conflict within the countries so that the country also loses the controls, and then that is not a good thing and is not a good reputation. So the issue is this one, that is all the salt of this one weapon, because they said on the map, if you look there on the world map, okay, this is the country map. So they cut this area, they cut this area, the guy cut it, so we try to unite it. And then how is unite? They say they are selling the weapon just to ensure they back up these countries like this. Because to defend this guy in the middle and then to release these countries here, they back to Sudan here, back to Sudan here. So that is the only thing. So if that is the point, and then this old cell which they are running because they have the copyright policies, which is the previous issues, they want to apply it repeatedly happening towards people's wants. It's not necessarily there what people really want. But the things they should apply is what really people want. If they want really advantages, they should apply their advantages. If they really want their disadvantages, those people who want their disadvantages, they should be applied their disadvantages. So vis-a-vis, they should vote for the right different candidates who will willingly fulfill that mission to the another extent. Maybe some missions is already exhausterial within the parties or within the politics. So if the politics become more exhausted, and then it need different more energies to be united. Maybe they want a good rival teams. Maybe they want a good ideas, and then so that they can sort things out quickly, and then they come with the solution which is available. So if it's a matter of economy, how the economy was loosed, and then because the loser has the backup. If the loser cannot stand, they have to hire another energy guy who will back up all the systems that has been lost, because that is renewed to the energy boost and then to economy boost. Otherwise, vis-a-vis, that is me, Wayne Hassan, as is it on.